And 87% of the population in the United States, they're confused. You know, fish are not confused. Lions are not confused. Animals, they know who they are and where they belong. In
That's
us,
right.
we
Yeah.
don't know where we belong and we don't know how to monetize it.
What's your goal? It can't be just money. The generations before you, that they were running after money and they fell miserably.
Financially, who in our family before really fulfill their zone of genius? Because you can make money but not be really at the right place and you're miserable because you don't like your life.
Now you got to get really precise. If you want to win this battle, it is a battle, it's a war against you. And this war, the only way to win it is to. Napoleon Hill is the author of Think and Grow Rich. His poor ending is a warning for cycles and paradigms in one's life and finances. Martine, what do you have to say about this?
Oh, this is very interesting today, a big subject,
Yeah.
because Napoleon Hill is the author of the book Think and Grow Rich. And
Hmm.
this book is very popular around the world. And
Hmm.
in the coaching business, when we look at his work, it's a good work, it's an inspiring book, it's you have a lot of good principles in this book. But Alan, when we look at this guy that he spent all his life to study men, people, women of success and to write love, success, and how to be financially successful. And you just said in the intro how he finished his life. He was not financially prosper at all at his end of his life, right?
Exactly. He studied billionaires. He studied all the laws of success. He is the one that influenced the coaching world like extremely. Everybody has based their teachings and coaching with this book. And it's funny that at the end, if we don't understand those cycles and paradigms that we're going to talk about in this podcast, how you can finish. So there's paradigms and cycles in one life. And even if you've studied so many laws and financial laws, you've been connected to different coaching programs, you still can end up into that place where this guy, a renowned author, millions of books sold, influenced the whole coaching business that ended up without a penny. That's just amazing. There's a warning and there's something behind that our expertise will explain to these people listening to this podcast. And I would like them to put comments there as we go because we like to look at these comments, what they think.
This is very important because this guy made a lot of money.
Yeah.
His book, and I should say his books, he had a lot of books and he
Yeah.
made a lot of money with his books. And at
Yeah.
the end of his life,
Hmm.
financially broke. And
Yeah.
what happened? It's not because he didn't learn something, because
Hmm.
knowledge by himself, it's not enough to break pattern and paradigm in our life. And this
That's
is
right.
why the people watching this show right now, you have to realize everything is cycles, everything is paradigms, and you can learn and you can go to many courses and conference and mastermind, and that's good. That's good. But if you have a pattern working behind the scene against you, against your family, you need to identify that. This is very serious, Alan. A lot
Mm.
of people, and they're confused. They ask themselves, why I'm not successful? I tried this, or I made money and I lost it all. And why
Uh-huh.
I'm not successful? What is going on?
Hmm.
And unfortunately, Napoleon Hill never recognized this pattern to fix it because you cannot conquer what you don't identify. He was
Hmm.
hungry to learn how to make money because he came from a poor family.
Hmm.
But the paradigm was never stopped and never died by himself. And at the end of his life, this paradigm just came back.
It's very important here to anybody that's listening. I always said, and we say together, we got to finish this race the right way because the paradigm will kick in at one point or when you don't see it coming, it'll come back into your future because whatever you build your life on, if you don't understand the pattern, how it works. The financial world, when you look at the experts, they understand this. So why do we not understand in a personal life what uh, experts in finances, they look at patterns in the 1800s, in the 1900s, in the 2000s. They can see if there was a pattern, it's going to come back. So let's get ready to reverse this. We're waiting for that pattern to show up, and we're very well equipped to fight it financially. How come this guy being around billionaires, coming from a poor family, going back to that level, and to finish the race in a bad situation, divorces and then penniless. This
Five
this is
divorces.
there's a warning, serious warning. Those paradigms are very alive and they work behind the scene. And if they're not stopped with the right process, understanding, the right keys, you will fail. It will catch up to you.
Yeah, you can learn a lot of technique
Yeah.
and this and that, but if you don't go to the root of the problem, it's just going to continue.
Yeah.
It's very surprising how many
Hmm.
people they read this book to learn how to make money by an author, then he finishes life poor and broke. You know, he's the guy that wrote all of that. He was
Hmm.
surrounded by successful, financial, successful people.
Billionaires.
He learned that. He made a lot of money
Yeah.
because the paradigm, he came from a poor family in Virginia and he grew up in a poor environment and he learned all of that and this paradigm came just staying and it just destroyed his life, you know. Because a paradigm will not only work in your subconscious, this is a lot of people, we do that, Alan, for 30 years now, you know, help
Yeah.
people to break cycle, paradigm, whatever, you're CEO, professional, you're entrepreneurs, you're an employee, you are a mom at home, whatever, everybody face paradigm to try to sabotage your success.
Yeah.
Now, people they don't recognize that. They say, "What is going on? What this thing is just taking place?" And they don't recognize the root of the problem. Then they try to fix it at the surface or with different way to do it. But if you don't go there, you're not gonna have the, full victory in your life. Now, Alan, I just want to say before you're gonna continue is something very important. Is not when you have a paradigm is not only inside of you, your subconscious. It's not only what you think. Is you attract who you are. And this force working behind the scene from generation and in your life is really working. It's not from your
No.
imagination.
No. No.
But something is really working to recreate the same thing outside and inside. And this is why people, they're going to just accuse themselves. Of course, we have to take responsibility.
Hmm.
But if you don't recognize that, you're not going to fix the root really of the problem.
This is very important because in our lives, it started with us. We had that revelation that even if you've got knowledge, that it's like a pattern of wind that just comes in. You don't see it coming. It's just like a back pain, whatever. It's just bang. It just happens. It's suddenly, right? That's
Mhm.
what how a pattern works. It's just suddenly. So how do you fix this suddenly? Well, just the knowledge of being successful financially will not necessarily, like you were explaining, fix the problem. You got to be there before you get there. That means you've got to be something else. You are an environment, right? That's what you are. That's why if somebody walks into a party and you'll break the party real quick because whatever is that person has on that person is negative and it'll bring that and contaminate the whole party. It's just
Mhm.
a question of time. And it's suddenly, it looks fine and then all of a sudden, bang, divorce, whatever it is in your life, everything's going fine. And all of a sudden, this pops up. It comes from 3, 4 generations. And
Mhm.
and I tell you, you are that till you change it. There is a spiritual side to this. It's been there for a long, long time. And to become another DNA, another person, of that environment you were brought up to, and it's been there for several generations. That's going to take some expertise, and that's where we really shine because we know how to take somebody, especially the average person wants to start an online business or brick and mortar, want a career, want to go a lawyer. We've done that so many times. We had to build that person up to the next level, because that person, as soon as they got to that level, that generational level, all hell breaks loose. Their mind shifts, their body they get attacked in their body, they feel bad, your back is in pain. You got a bad news coming in your finances. Now you understand there is something that you got to change.
Absolutely. And you know, people they're going to talk about shift your identity or make some affirmation or visualize or and we teach all of that because it's all tools to help you to break some pattern in the old way and try to bring you back to your past and keep you in the same pattern and cycles. And it's okay, but it's deeper than that.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Yep.
deeper than just who you are. It's what is created from your family or your environment where you grew up, what happened, what was confessed on you. And often we have so much compassion and empathy for some people, they are homeless in the street. And people, they're going to judge these people, but you're going to look at what happened to this person.
Hmm.
And after we study for years, we find out they were
Yep.
cursed by their father, cursed by their parents. This paradigm, this force working behind this thing they call like destruction, death over them. It's a paradigm, it's a force implemented over their life. And everything they try to do, it's destroy. Because destruction was called over the family and generation and over them. And you look at somebody else, and we often talk about that, Elon Musk, Hermosi. I can name so many people, Patrick Bet-David, so many people well known right now. They have the blessing of their parents. Their parents are behind them, push them. They want to see them successful. They are supportive. It's a win, a favor for success. And other people, they have like the win in their face all the time. It's paradigm. Napoleon Hill, he faced that in his life.
We always see the same pattern of those who were blessed by their parents, and even Patrick David, his father's still there.
Yeah,
You know, the
yeah.
Hermosi, Layla, her father's there. You see
Mhm.
this when we see somebody that came very from poor and got a certain amount of success. There's always a mentor that they connected with that changed their lives. You cannot do it by yourself. You got to be connected to something that's going to shift you, or else whatever came against you is just following you every time you're doing anything. Your reputation is destroyed. You did everything right. How come you did everything right and still your reputation got hit? The other one is doing mistakes. How many people you saw that were lazy and they were making millions? And you see others doing two, three jobs and they're doing everything right. But all of a sudden, their pay does not go up from year to year. It's the same level. There is something there. And others that had the favor of their parents, that were blessed by their parents, or a mentor growing up. I mean, we understand that. We still have clients that in the hundreds of millions, right? They came to us at first. What happened? Their reputation just fell, just went down. The banks closed the doors on them. They had to go to hard lending. How come? They come from a family that had, millions. It was easy to succeed. But at one point, there's a cycle that pop up. Then we find out that one of the uncles was a multimillionaire, but he was an alcoholic. He destroyed the reputation of a lot of people. That came back. The uncle. You see,
Yeah,
that's
because
how it works.
sometimes Sometimes we don't have to just look at me and my parents.
No,
It can
no.
jump a generation, can be on your grandparents, can be on your uncle or aunt or cousin or all around. But it's so important to realize, because you're watching this show, you want to be successful. You want to make money, you want to have freedom, you want to build the lifestyle of your dream. You want to feel fulfilled for who you are, and you have some influence and everything working behind the scene that try to keep you in the place of frustration, a place that you know that you don't belong there. You know you belong to another level. You're not at the level of your potential. But this force, like this force that was working against this man, you have a force working against you and try to keep you there. Are you going to just do like this and finish like Napoleon Hills? Or are you going to take the right coaching, mentorship to change that? This is really important. And this is why Alan and I, we coach people, and we have free live masterclass 2 days to help you not only to get rich, make money, but also to be at the right place, monetize your zone of genius, impact people's life, and have the lifestyle of your dream. Alan, this is
Yeah.
a question that we have to ask ourselves. Are we going to waste our life to try to be successful, be frustrated, and not fix the root of the problem? Or be at the same place again and again, or to fix that and put the energy and the knowledge to fix that? Hey, just a 20 seconds that I want to take to share with you something special. We have a 2 live free masterclass coming very soon, and it's going to transform your life. You have to be there. We're going to help you to discover your zone of genius, how to package your zone of genius, how to offer your zone of genius, and how to monetize it. Then click on the link below, reserve your seat, and I'm going to see you there.
See, patterns are in every area of life, nature, tornadoes, whatever it is. And when we don't understand the root of it, it just keeps on going. We see it with tornadoes. They've been searching how long, and they're still appearing, boom, just like that, out of nowhere. That's called cycles. It's a tornado. It just comes in. So if you don't know the root of it, and you don't face that root, and you don't have the help, you'll finish like Napoleon Hill, around billionaires, only successful people. He has influenced and impacted the coaching business at, I think nobody more than him did that. There's no other guy that, he started a movement. Think and Grow Rich is a movement. And
Yeah.
how come the guy that created a movement failed financially? He created the coaching financial. He inspired a lot of it. How come that him could not even walk out of those patterns? It caught him at the end of the line. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't understand the generational patterns, I know people say, well, this is all, BS stuff. It doesn't exist. We can change whatever we want to. Sure, I understand we can change. But if Napoleon Hill, with all his knowledge, with all the people surrounding the environment of riches and keys and success and laws, finish without a penny, we've got something to learn. It's a serious warning. So that's why we teach people. We bring them in, and it's not just to come in, Martine. They stick with us because every level,
Yeah. Every level.
they're struggling. So they need that help, that extra help, because it's the generations before them have never made it there. Wow.
Yeah, and you see, you go higher and higher and higher. Then this is why we have high achiever clients paying us, because they're here and they don't want to go back down. They don't want it. They see that, woo, there's some paradigms that want to take place, to try to destroy what they built. And this is everybody in every level. You're going to face paradigms. It's not only to visualize and think that just this way or this way you're going to fix all of that, and knowledge is not enough to just fix this paradigm working behind the scene. I don't, this is another thing. We talk about how he finished his life, 5 divorce. It costs a lot. Divorce, it's expensive, right? And when we look at his children, all his children had relational problem also. Then you see this guy. I just want to tell you, and some people they read maybe all the books of this guy, but he wrote the book called, of course, Think and Grow Rich in 1937. He wrote the book You Can Work Your Own Miracles in
Hmm.
1952. Success, the other book, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. Not enough. You can be very positive and you're losing everything. You know, it's not just that.
I'm positive I'm going to lose everything.
No, no, but this is very serious. You know, Alan, this is all these books, and the fruit is not there. If somebody's going to help me, I want to see the fruit.
Yeah.
Alan, before working with our clients, we work on ourselves and we still work today to go to, progress to progress. But we realized 30 years ago, 25 years ago together, then we were dealing with the same kind of stupid paradigm from generation in our marriage, you know. Conversations, strive for nothing, detail, same paradigm. Same way of, the same results, and we realize financially, who in our family before really fulfill their zone of genius? Because you can make money but not be really at the right place and you're miserable because you don't like your life.
Yeah.
Because, Alan, we talk a lot about the lifestyle, and this is so important because you are created like a fish in the water to belong to a specific place, and this is where not only you're going to make money, but you're going to enjoy it, you
Yep.
know? Then we bear the fruit, we work on it to not just talk about it, and we don't know what we talk about it because we just, like a lot of coaches today, they listen to a lot of stuff and they just repeat the same sentence, the same quote, but this is not real. This is not truth and deep. And this guy wrote also another book. I can just go, Your Right to Be Rich. Then, okay, you can negotiate anything. Books he wrote, and see how his life finished, divorce, almost, I don't know if it's bankruptcy, but he finished with no
Yeah.
money.
There's no real detail, but a lot of people say that he went bankrupt, but we don't have no proof of that. So, yeah.
It's not only in your subconscious, it's part of that because this influence programmed you to feel a way, to react this a way, to break some law, to do some stuff, how you feel about yourself, your identity, how you take decision, how you speak, how you act, but also you have something more working behind the scene. And this is
Hmm.
why you need to identify that, to not working in vain, investing a lot of money, and you're still stuck at the same place.
So that's why when clients come in with us, we work with them because a lot of, especially when you come from just an average family or struggling family. Now, you want to go online, you want to go in business, you want to set up a career. But after that course and the next one and the conference and spending a lot of money on coaches, they come back to us. We're kind of the last call, the final
Mhm.
note. I'm not going to go to them right away. All right. All right. At one point, they come down. And then what we do is they come and spend a whole weekend with us. We find out their genius, their top gift. And most people, 90%, we do that all the time. 90% of people, they're confused of what's their real calling, what's their real mission. They just want to make money. But after this flop and the other failure and the paradigms just kicking in all the time, now you got to get really precise. If you want to win this battle, it is a battle, it's a war. against you. And this war, the only way to win it is to first of all find out what is your genius, what is your top gift. I know you got a lot of giftings, but what is the one who dominates the whole rest? And who is the leader of those gifts? It's called your genius. And then when we find that out, then we can build strategies and concepts with that person to bring them to where they want to go. Today, I'm saying to
Mm-hmm.
you, all you out there, where you want to go. What do you want in life? What's your lifestyle? What's your goal? It can't be just money. You'll fail. The generations before you that they were running after money and they fail miserably. And that's why most people they're just in it to make money. No, you got to feed that top gift. You got to feed it. You got to put it in active. Some it sells, it could be anything. But if when you feed that gift and you put it in action, something happens. It becomes alive. And then you put strategies and concept and you get yourself in the right environment. And then and only then you will go to that next level.
The
Martine.
most important day of your life is the day you were born. The second most important day in your life is the day you discover why you were born.
Mm. Yeah.
And then after that, you discover that, you learn how to monetize
Mm.
the gift, the privilege, the honor
Mm.
to serve other and to build and to impact with who you are. Because your dominant gift, your zone of genius, this is who you are. And 87% of the population in the United States, they're confused.
Indeed,
They don't
yes.
know who they are. You know, all the creation, fish are not confused. Lions are not confused. Animals, they know who they are and where they belong. In
That's
us,
so right.
creator,
That is so right.
we
Yeah.
don't know where we belong and we don't know how to monetize it. We're a
Mm.
victim.
Yeah.
This is why it's time to shift that. Come to our free masterclass. It's free. 2 days, 4 hours with us. We're going to help you to understand, to identify, to discover who you are, your zone of genius, and how to make money with that. So you don't have this gift to stay at the same level financially. You have this gift to multiply it and make more with it, Alan.
If you really want to succeed, you got to sit down and make a plan. You need mentorship. You need to come to the right people. That's why we do this all the time. You need somebody that's going to bring you through the path you want to go, to draw a design, a blueprint that you can follow and have the support you need. I mean, we have been doing this together for 20, over 2 decades now, and constantly, still today, we always watch that paddle so it doesn't come and hit us from the behind. That cycle, that suddenly, you need to be at war with this. You need to surround yourself in the right environment. Money, I always say, money is relationships. It's spiritual. Money's spiritual. It's relationship. Somebody who needs a service or product, you connect with that person. But what comes and destroys that relationship? That's what we're talking about. There's something that can come in that suddenly that will just wipe out everything you did in a second, just from zero to hero to hero to zero. And one stupid little thing, everything shifts. So you got to learn how to take control of those cycles.
Unresolved cycles paradigm
That's great.
will destroy the
Uh-huh.
most brilliant, the most powerful strategies.
Mm.
That's why so many people they have good idea. They have good idea and it doesn't work. Why?
Mm. Yep.
You think it's you? All the time? For all these years? Do you think then this guy divorced 5 times just because of him? Or because something was working behind the scene? Do you think he learned he had all the knowledge to make money? sit with the most richest man on the planet to write his book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Unresolved
That's
paradigm.
right.
It's it's not a good end. Do you want to finish well? Do you want to change the story of your family? This is a time. I think it's the most at this time of the year, Alan, is the most beautiful gift we can give to ourselves and to our family is to invest to stop this paradigm and to progress and not go back to the same old pattern in your
Cycle.
life.
Cycle. Yeah. How do you want to enter in 2025 in the upcoming year? We're there. We're going down to that countdown, the 1st of January, 2025. No matter if you're listening to this in a few months down the line, every year is a pattern, is a cycle. Every month is a cycle. It's funny because God, I was inspired me by God to, if I do not control 7 days, I don't take control of every single day, every quarter, every 4 hours, every day, every hour. If I don't have control over those, there's a paradigm that's going to kick in. You got to control 7 days. If you want to go somewhere, take control. That is so important because everything is cyclical. That's how God created stuff. It's cyclical, right? So when you know how to control those weeks, those months, the year, 12 months, go back. You know how many times we heard this, every January, every February, this happens to me. Well, you can do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's small patterns and there's 7 year patterns because this is important. We discovered there were 7 year patterns. That's why I don't know if you ever heard it because I've heard that so many times that, oh, you've been married for 7 years or you're in a relationship 7 years. Well, it's a danger there. Why? Because people know without knowing there's a cycle there of 7 years. And if you don't understand this cycle of 7 years, there you could build something, 7 years later, it'll wipe you out, Martine.
This is so good. You were talking, and I was thinking about, we are in the season of the year where people, they're going to say, oh, next year is not going to be like this one. And it's the same
Hmm.
thing year after year. And you come in the gym in January, it's full pack, and in March, it's empty. You know, it's because I'm not motivated. It's because I'm not disciplined. Yeah, you lose motivation, you lose discipline, but do you face as a pattern of generation? Because I never seen somebody that grew up in a family. They love to do workout. They eat healthy. They take care of their health, their body. To have problem to take care of their body. Financially, Alan, you were talking about our client. Then he came from a family. He was coming from a family multimillionaire. He didn't have problem to make money, but he was at the edge to have the same pattern that his uncle, to lose everything because of mistake, of attitude, some stuff to affect his reputation, like his uncle, to lose everything, right?
Related
Then,
to alcohol. Yeah.
yeah,
Addiction.
right?
Yeah.
This is why pattern, influence. I don't know, but if you're watching this show, it's not a coincidence. You're not here by coincidence. You hear that right now. And if you decide to commit yourself to fix that, it will be fixed, but not at the surface, at the root. And it's going to change everything. Then come to our live free masterclass. It's coming soon. Click on the link below. You can join us. It's free. And we will help you to be successful and build the right way. Alan, we're so pleased to share this information today with the people. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel because you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Stay connected to change your life, to
Yep.
get what you want. We're there for that. Help you to
Yep.
change a paradigm and to get what you desire.